Dun 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 dun. No, it's Anchor's Way. Anyway, welcome guys. Hail and Mary to the show. Of course, it's MicheleMarieDalene, and it is Wednesday. Tomorrow I have my hair appointment. Oops, that was on the screen. Oh, well, actually, that's a good screen to talk about. That's the screen you see. Right now I'm watching to see who shows up today. I see we have one person on already, and of course, let's take a look at the comments, if any coming in yet. No, I don't see any yet, but that doesn't mean nothing. It just means that there's no one here yet. We are extremely happy. We had to, last time we had to replace the mains plug on the one extension lead because the plug broke. American plug broke on it. I didn't have any American NEMA 15P plugs laying around, so I ended up putting in a BS1363A because I had 3 of them. Actually, 2 of them weren't being used. So I put the BS1363A on it, which has a 3 amp fuse. The extension cord was rated for 13 amps, so theoretically I can upgrade the fuse to a 13 amp fuse. Except the problem is getting 13 amp fuse from the United Kingdom right now is extremely expensive shipping. I mean, really. If I'm going to be buying, all those fuses, I might as well buy a couple in bulk. A couple packs of fuses and have them ready to go because they're going to be paying about $16 shipping charges. Not exactly what I call cheap. It's because of the shipping. It's not because of the plug. The fuses themselves are cheap, but the plugs, the shipping and the customs declaration is expensive. Because we already know from talking about the eco-economists that pointed out that the problem is the shipping backlog from the factories to the consumers is the problem. I looked in the United States to see if there was an American company supplying the fuses, and I couldn't find one, so I have to probably import them from the UK, but that's not a problem. Right now, I have enough. I think the 3 amp fuse that's in the plug should be more than sufficient for running a small laptop and a CFL light fixture for working with the computer. So maybe even a window fan too, like the one that's blowing right next to me. By the way, today's temperature is going to be on the steamy side with a humidity of pretty high. Temperature will be a high of 32 degrees today. Not cool at all. But we have some good news for Ed as well. How you doing, Gianni? I'm actually pretty excited about having him come back. Now that he's finally stabilized. The doctor said that the treatment we were doing was fine, but unfortunately, without the prescription in the medicine or the Alpurinol, would have taken him a lot longer. And he said he would probably been laid up in bed for a whole nother month. But as far as maintenance medication, they're giving him his prescriptions, but they also never said that we shouldn't keep doing what we were doing because it was working. It's just taking a long time. So he's going to have to make some personal changes in his lifestyle to avoid another setback like that again. I'm actually happy to have him back. I actually miss him. I miss him being here. So actually, it's true. I miss having him here. It gave me a reason to have something to do, and that's something I enjoy being with people. How you doing, Metal Kitty? It was just nice to have him here, so I'm looking forward to seeing him back. And, how you doing, Andrew? You want to join the panel for the mods? It's open. I have the moderators chat panel open. I did not open up the one yet for Andrew or for Skynet yet. It's on standby, but I actually didn't open that one yet. But if you want to come on the panel for the mods, that one's open right now, Andrew. Same with Craig Sr. You have the link to that too. I'm glad to know you're doing good, Metal Kitty. I noticed one thing about my hearing. I don't know why, but my hearing got so hypersensitive lately. I took the ears off today because, honestly, I don't know if it's going to work out going through well if I go to the salon with the ears on tomorrow, because it is a pain in the ass to work around those ears. And it's clearly obvious that my hair is growing really long. I'm going to have to really seriously trim it up. And might be home this weekend. I say might because it's still up to the doctors to determine when's the best time for him to come back. But he hopes to be home by this weekend. I can call. I have a call coming in 20 minutes, but I can after that. I don't know who the hell's calling me on my personal phone line. Let me just check. That's bullshit. It's just one of those kind of things about car warranty spam crap. Yeah, nothing really major. Just no, it's not Ed because Ed calls me on my cell, not on my house phone. Most of the time on a house phone, it's just junk mail. Speaking of phones, we decided to get rid of the T-Mobile mobile internet for the house or not really got rid of it, but we downgraded to the cheapest plan we can get for $10 a month from $55. Because the fact of the matter is, we haven't had to use it really since we fixed the Frontier with replacing the power supply, and it's been working steady since. So we haven't needed it. And so instead of forking out $55 a month on my cell phone bill at $110 for the internet and the cell phone, I just got rid of that, and now I only pay like $45 cheaper. So it's like that's a major chunk of savings right there. Have you checked out? Would you consider doing a live stream with you and Ed dancing? Right now, he can't dance. He doesn't know how to dance anyway. But he's going to be getting his own walker too. Like I told him, we're going to have a his and her walker here, or two walkers, one for me, one for him. And I'm just excited to have him come back. But is he going to be able to adjust to the situation of the doctors have told him, just like the articles in Gout have said, what you should and should not eat? Is he going to be able to adapt to that? That's the question. Now, by the way, people wonder if I've lost some weight. I have. I actually measured my waistline this afternoon, where my natural waist is, and it's gotten a little smaller. It's not like huge small, but physically I'm a pretty wide body person anyway, so hey, any inches I can get off my waist still counts or something. Yeah. He should totally apply for senior housing and his own. I suggested that to him. He's not against the idea, but he's like, but if I'm going to go anywhere, he said, I might as well go to Florida if I can't live with you. I said, Ed, it's not a matter of you can't live with me. The question is can you comfortably guarantee you're going to be able to handle 3 flights of stairs? I don't know, I don't have a problem. You know, I said, Ed, we're both getting older. Okay, I've been here for 17 years, and even my knees now, I'm getting tired of the 3rd floor. So, I don't know. I don't know what he wants to do. But at least if we can get him his food stamps and his medicines he needs, that'd be a step in the right direction. Hi, Skynet. Yeah, Skynet, I got your EJT channel ready to go. Just get that on right now. Okay, here he is. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. So you heard the good news is that Ed hopefully should be home this weekend.
Oh, wow. Yeah, right on. Will he do an interview? Possibly.
He was so full of gout. They said that the treatments we were doing were working, but very slowly. They said he would still have been laid up in bed for another month.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's good that you listened to us, or he listened, or whatever. He called an ambulance. Did he call an ambulance? Is that how it went down?
He called him on himself because he was afraid. Not only because of that, because of the hurricane. He didn't know if they have to do mandatory evacuations, if they'd be able to get him out here easily.
So he was pretty smart, though. I mean, if there was a hurricane going on, I'm pretty sure a hospital is a pretty good place to be. You know, they got a generator.
Yeah.
You're going to be off the ground floor. You got maids coming in and out, wiping your butt, giving you baths.
Right. So right now, he said that he hopes the doctor is going to let him go home this weekend. And then, of course, I told him to ask for a walker for himself. So he has his own walker. Because if things really did get bad enough, he and I would both need walkers so we can get out of here. You know, if it comes down to that, you know. Can't just depend on having the one walker for two people.
You know, Michelle, you could always get one of those power scooters and then require Jimmy to install a ramp for access for you and Ed.
To the third floor. I think it would have to. I think it would have to install a wheel. I think it would have to install a lift.
I think he has to accommodate.
Well, I mean, yeah, he could under the Americans with Disabilities Act. Yes, the apartment that we want to get, which is in the yellow house, would be easily rampable. Because the ramp would only have to go up 2 feet. He's got plenty of length to provide for the 1%, 2% grade. But the thing is that's not the apartment we're in right now. And of course the bathroom, because it's a new bathroom and has white spacing between the toilet and the tub, could easily have grab bars, handlebars installed on it.
Right, like, I mean, imagine if you and Ed both got a power scooter. You guys would be able to get, you know, around town and go to the ice cream social.
Sure, but we also would need parking spaces and a charging station.
Parking spaces? They don't need parking spaces.
Oh, I'm not looking up 3 flights of stairs.
That's what I thought that was for, what the lift was for.
Right, but that's $100,000 to install a lift.
Well, I mean, it's paid for the Americans with Disability Act. Your landlord doesn't have to pay.
But don't forget, the electrician also has to rewire the building for 3-phase.
Well, aren't you the electrician?
No, I don't know who the electrician would be, but most lifts require 3-phase power. Because it would be a general purpose elevator, basically.
Forza Underground says that the batteries on those suckers actually last a long time. So
I think right now a lot of the newer power chairs or power scooters, like the Rascals, are using lithium-ion now.
Yeah, I got a private message here, Michelle. I don't know what you think about it, but this person says that maybe you should ask for like a portable toilet.
Commode chair. We told Ed about that. I said, you know what? Because they have ones that also can act as a riser seat on the toilet, so he'd be able to get off the toilet easier too.
Now, do they make power scooters that are also a portable toilet?
Not that I know of.
Because then he could go while he goes.
I don't think I've ever seen one, but I've certainly seen wheelchairs that have commodes in them, but those are pretty rare. They're not a regular thing.
If you had a power chair that allowed you to use the restroom, you know, mobily, would you use it while you're driving it? Like, I feel like it's
No,
almost like being
no.
on the train. You know, have you ever used the restroom on the train?
Oh, the train is usually handicapped accessible, so there usually is not a problem on the train.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you got your own power scooter with a toilet built in,
You're talking about a
I
powered
mean,
chair. It's a lot bigger and a lot clunkier and a lot heavier. And I mean, I'm not looking a 400 plus pound thing up 3 flights of stairs.
oh, they're still super heavy.
Yeah, because there's steel frames on them. But the rascals are a little lighter. They fold up, and then they can be stuffed in someone's boot, the car. And then they would be able to take them places, and then you can unfold them when you get to your destination.
Does Ed know how to drive?
Yeah, Ed has a driver's license.
Oh, he has a driver's license.
Yeah. So he has ability to drive.
You guys just need to get one of them vans.
Oh, you can just get a regular. You can just drive a regular van and stuff. That's not a problem. He doesn't need a handicapped accessible van.
Well, that's great news. Are we going to be able to talk to Ed this weekend?
I did talk to Ed this weekend. I already talked to him yesterday.
Is he going to come on and say like where he's been and how it's going? And
I'd have to ask him if he wants to be on the show. He might want to do a video. I don't know if he's going to want to do a live show. But at least he might be willing to do a video. I have to look at it. So let me take a look at the chat here. Mel Kitty agreeing.
Yeah.
Mel Kitty, I don't know if there's been Medicare. They should be able also take care of him at the home. Yeah, he should be able to get VNAs, visiting nurses if necessary. But he's going to be coming home this weekend. The thing is for him is he's going to have to make sure to realize that he's going to have to just change his lifestyle and his eating habits for the better, because this is, important for him.
Is that what they said it was? How he was eating?
Well, he had gout all over his body. It wasn't just in one joint. It was developing to all of his joints. He had a huge amount of uric acid. I mean, he couldn't clean it. They said that we were doing the right thing flushing him out. But the thing was, he had not taken his, medication because he ran out. And that didn't help any when he was eating the wrong foods. So he's going to have to seriously change his lifestyle big time.
Are you ready for that?
We already were starting to do that. Me and him both were starting to do that.
You guys eating healthy? Eating vegetables?
That's the first thing we got to get him back onto is a vegetable diet, because can't eat like what he was eating before and neglecting his vegetable needs, like his beta carotenes. He needs that. We don't need toilets. No, let's not get ridiculous, guys. First of all, we don't need that on a regular basis. Okay, they don't make it. They don't make a double seat scooter. First of all, even if they did, you're talking about something that would weigh even more weight, because that's to be able to support 700, 800 pounds, just to make sure you have extra capacity. The battery banks would be enormous.
I think you're forgetting that it's not about the regular usage. It's about when the emergency happens and you gotta go. Just having that extra place where you can go without getting up.
Well, you still have to get up to pull your pants down or hike your skirt up. So you're still gonna have to get up anyway.
No, that's what we're saying. If he's got a scooter, a chair, he doesn't even have to put pants on. He could just sit in it, and if he's got to go, he can go. Maybe put it that's
not even feasible. Okay, let's be honest, that's not feasible. But you know what? I'll tell you what is feasible. They make a commode chair that's like a 3-in-1. One of the ways that this works is You can use it as a shower chair. You can use it as a booster seat for your existing toilet.
Do you have a roll-in shower? I mean, can he roll it in?
No, you can't roll it into it. That's just it. My shower. I do have a shower set up on my bathroom, but I don't even use it. I take baths anyway. But the point is we can adapt this apartment somewhat for the handicapped accessibility. That's not impossible to do. You just have to be creative. None of the straight out of the box methods is going to work. You're going to have to be more creative than that, given the age of this apartment. But yes, in a way, as for myself, the way it is now, I can get in and out of there pretty good because, for example, when I need to get off the toilet, I grab onto the tub, which is right next to me, and push off the tub wall, and then that's how I get up. I do the same way to get out of the tub. So in other words, I grab onto both sides of the tub and lift myself out. If we take one of those 3-in-1 commode chair setups, put the commode chair over the toilet with the proper shim, it'll actually allow him to easily lift himself off the toilet when he's done with his business. And of course,
yeah, I've seen those.
And it just goes right into your regular toilet, so therefore you don't have to worry about emptying any buckets. You just, that's something that is doable. I've seen those commode chairs for like eBay for like $40-$50. I'm sure Medicare would pay for that for him. I don't think he would have a problem with that. If the doctor prescribes that as an assisted technology, he can get it for free from Doyle's, and he doesn't have to pay for that. Otherwise, you can do it yourself with your own money. But it's really, hey, if you can get it for free from Medicare, do it. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to cost them that much. Same thing with, handicapped accessibility for more modern bathroom installing grab rails. That's not a problem either. Of course, there is a thing about grab rails. I think you need to understand with the Americans with Disabilities Act. These rails have to be able to support 300, 400 pounds because of the fact that no people are light anymore. So they have to be bolted to the wall, and they have to be, ideally, the bolts should go right through the studs using lag bolts. Okay.
But, I mean, the real question is, how often is Ed, actually bathing himself for any of this to really matter?
What's that?
I said, how often does Ed bathe for any of this to really matter? Is he a
He
daily
told me this straight out. If he had access to the non-slip mats, which we can get at Family Dollar, I also got the non-slip tape. I can put that in a tub. That he would be more likely to take a shower in my tub. Because the problem is it has to be non-slip. Well, I've got the special tape for that. In fact, I just got to cut the pieces to length, put them in the tub, and then he would be able to get in and out of the tub. And I'll provide non-slip so he won't slide around. That's one of the reasons I bought the tape originally for my cell phone, but my cell phone is working fine. Just me.
Poor Ed. We're going to need to talk to Ed.
Oh, to talk to Ed when?
I don't know, this weekend?
Hopefully this weekend. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Depending what the doctor says. They might want him to stay to next week. We don't know any more than that.
I was talking to Just Miss Jamie, and she said it's real hard for her to make it for all of these morning shows. I guess she's on a different sleep pattern or something. What do you think about maybe doing some night shows again?
Well, right now I'm trying to do more videos. I like to just upload the video from last night, and I just finally got it uploaded this morning.
But I mean, like a night show where
No, it did not smell really bad, but he was starting to smell a little bit. So yeah, he needed a shower. His breath was the worst. His dental hygiene was atrocious.
Really?
He needs to see a dentist, and they need to really seriously do a lot of work on his teeth.
So yeah. So about a night show. Maybe like a Saturday night show again.
We did say we were going to do that in Discord, but nobody came up except for me, Craig, and the Stan CT. No one else came.
Right. I know. That was my bad.
So because no one else.
More often. What about tomorrow? Tonight? What are you doing tonight, Michelle?
I'm not sure yet. Let me explain. I still have to play World of Warcraft. It's going to be high at 32. So, and tomorrow I'll get my hair done. And I want to try to keep the shows at a consistent day. I don't want to have 15,000 shows and 15,000 different schedules.
Metal Kitty's got a great question. Did you kiss Ed before saying goodbye?
Not when he went. No.
No? He went out on an ambulance and you didn't even kiss him goodbye?
No, I didn't kiss him goodbye, but I did wish him luck. Let me see how my video did from this morning. I uploaded the video this morning. For those of you who did not know, it's up there. I had to replace a NEMA 15P with a BS 1363A plug because I didn't have any extra NEMA 15P plugs. For an extension cord that had a broken plug end. Oh, somebody joined.
Michelle said P.
Okay, Craig Senior wants to come on. Adjust volume accordingly. Okay. Go ahead, Craig.
Hi, how you doing? Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Skynet.
Good morning.
So what did you think of this video we did this morning? Well, actually, you did it last night, but I just got done uploading it this morning.
I think that was very interesting.
I thought it was sexy.
I think you can do more of those. I think you'll get quite a few views on it.
Michelle,
you know what I'm going to be doing next is making an adapter plate to mount a British back box onto a standard American electrical box, which is really not that hard to do. So what I'm going to do when I get some extra money, which isn't going to take long, I'll go down to the hardware store, go pick a couple of nuts and bolts up, some lock washers, blank plate, wall plate, and just do just that. Just make an adapter plate so you can actually mount a BS 1363 double socket onto a U.S. electrical box.
Now,
yeah, I think that's a good idea.
And then basically to totally throw my landlord for a loop, just replace one of the wall outlets with a BS 1363 outlet. Right in the kitchen. Well, he would say that. What the
Hey, Michelle.
Because those plugs are so much more safer than the American versions. People don't realize that.
Hello, Skynet.
How you doing, Skynet? Craig said hello to you.
Michelle, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Gotta turn you up a little bit, though.
Yeah, turn me up a little bit. I see that Forza Underground has a good question. Does Craig Sr. think Michelle should do night shows?
I think the night shows are a lot of fun. Yeah, I would agree with that. And I would have the phone calls on for maybe 20 minutes at a time. And if you get a lot of BS through the phone calls, then just take the number away and tell people that. Say, if you're going to call in and make problems, I'm going to turn the phone number off, and that's it.
I agree.
Well, we said we would be doing those, consider doing those on Discord, and Paul said he would do the phone call forwarding from his show to the Discord, so that we could do phone calls through Discord show.
Well, how do we get a hold of you, Michelle? I mean, you're really a hard person to get a hold of, actually.
Well, like I said, I'm on Discord. Craig got a hold of me without a problem. Stan CT got a hold of me, no problem. You know.
Yeah, well, I have your private number, though.
I have your private number, yes, but however, at the same time, on Discord, when you come in and the show's at 7 o'clock on Saturday, like it was last week, all you have to do is just go to the general chat area, no music section, and there we were at 7 o'clock. And people just didn't know about it or whatever, but we were there. But Craig found me, Stan found me, and we were talking about the hurricane.
Yeah, but I think what Skynet means, and I'm pretty sure that if he wanted to pick up the phone during the day to see how things are going, that he would be able to, check in with you and make sure you're okay and Ed's okay. Am I correct, Skynet?
Yeah, and to know, if she wants to do a show, like a lot of times we just get a wild hair up our ass and we're like, okay, yeah, let's do something. There's nothing to do. And then Michelle wanted to go live and take some phone calls with us. Maybe it'd be a lot easier if we could actually reach her, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I think that's good. You're not giving your phone number to anybody that's giving you any problem. And your phone number is in the vault. I don't give it out to anybody. And will never, without your permission.
Yeah, and the problem is that
I respect your privacy.
Right.
And will continue to do so.
And most Virgos like to keep the privacy. We don't like it when all of a sudden we're like bombarded constantly. It's bad enough that Bill or junk mail people got my home phone number, which used to be where we used to call into the studio line. Because what happens is we used to forward the Google Voice to my home phone, and then somebody found my real home phone number, and the next thing you know, they started calling my real phone number instead of going through Google Voice, and now I get inundated by phone calls. So it was just better to disconnect Google Voice from my home phone.
Yeah, we all get the spam calls, Michelle. I get 10 or 20 of them a day on my main phone, and I just block them.
Yeah.
And you can also block them on your private phone, too.
I do too. But my home phone doesn't have a way of blocking them easily.
I kind of wish that we were taking phone calls from spammers and scammers. Like, maybe they were calling into the show and they try to get us to sign up. Remember when the police association would always call Michelle? And they'd always try to get us to sign up for monthly support for the police officers?
Yeah.
Remember when you told them to go pound sand, I think is what you said?
Yeah, that could be an interesting subject just in itself. You get them on there and you play with them a while, and then tell them to buzz off. Yeah, I do that on occasion. If it's a spam call, I answer the phone, Dr. Shorts, I'm a psychiatrist, do you need help? And that either will end the call or they'll proceed. And then I play with them.
Oh, man, that would be great.
I know Shingo 066 plays for them, too. I don't really get to that point. Because I just find it so irritating that they're wasting my time. I just slam down the phone and go, bam, done with you. Especially the home phone.
Yeah, but if it's on the air, it's funny.
Yeah, we can ham it up.
Eventually, I still want to do this, guys. Let me explain this.
Exactly, Skynet.
We're going to be setting up asterisk voice over IP phone numbers. We already have a working asterisk set up that has a couple of extensions for people that I trust, that we can actually consider them direct extensions into the system using soft phones. But then we also have a setup also to connect into our existing phone system as well. It's kind of kludgy, but it works. But the problem is Asterisk uses a lot of backhaul resources to do it. And our home internet is just a little bit underwhelming for the Asterisk to handle more than 1 or 2 calls coming in because of the backhaul resources. But it's there, So that theoretically, one of the things that we were going to do with the Asterisk system was if we had the phone lines coming in from the Google Voice forwarding to my Asterisk system, then until I can answer the calls would go into call parking. And then
you make sure to wipe.
Yeah, Forza Underground. No, I'm not ready to go back into the military. I would be more of a hindrance than a help.
Yeah, one way to point is
good morning, Skunk Ape.
So I managed to get the Asterisk to interface with our existing phone system, which works okay, which is a Merlin Legend system, release 7. But ideally, I want to get it. I want to get it so I can deal with DS1. Or so there's a card, PCI card that converts from Asterisk to DS1, or V100, or so I was going to do that, but those cards are expensive. And then we would, of course, when the stimulus checks came in, which right now they're going to work on that stimulus still. They did manage to get it to pass to proceed forward with a reconciliation vote. Please note that they haven't finished writing the bill yet. That it's working on getting it passed on reconciliation right now. So the vote to proceed has passed in the House. Then Nancy Pelosi hopes that they're going to have something finished by the 27th of September. Because the Mod Squad, that's what they call themselves, the Mod Squad. I know it's a TV show. Moderates are saying there are things that they want to change because they felt that they had too much expenditures going out, and they thought 3.5 trillion was ridiculously too much. So there's definitely things that they're going to be amending in the bill before it comes out to be voted on. One of the things that they want to add is the adult earned income tax credit. Now, for me, when I do my 2021 taxes in January, February, I to get all my TPQ, all my 1099s, I would probably not be eligible for the adult earned income tax credit. Now, depending on how it goes, right now it's proposed at $8,000, and you could choose to either pay it monthly or as one lump sum. I think, given my situation, when I finally do the taxes, it probably would be best to do it as one lump sum.
Michelle, why do you do taxes?
I have to pay taxes because I'm a 1099. And since I'm a 1099, that is considered earned income. So I'm eligible for the adult earned income tax credit anyway.
Oh, well, if you get money back, that's fine. But if you're having to pay, and I wouldn't even do them. I haven't filed taxes in 6 years. Now that I'm working for Lowe's part-time, I'm going to have to file.
Biden should be impeached immediately, Metal Kitty says. Now, the scary thing
I agree. Biden is worse than Jimmy Carter.
Okay, but the scary thing is that we're going to get Nancy Pelosi as the vice president and Kamala Harris as the president.
Kamala Harris is already acting as the president. People don't realize that.
Well, if she is acting as the president, she's not the public figure.
Yeah, Kamala Harris has a personality like a parking meter.
Well, you know what, Gabe? That's not particularly surprising, but that still stimulates the economy. Even though it's, it's not what it was intended for illicit purposes, but people
Yeah, Metal Kitty, it is scary.
Yeah, they should actually impeach him. There is actually I know this is going to give me a yellow dollar sign. I already know this, guys. But the truth is, several Democrats are actually starting to agree with a couple of the Republicans that he needs to be removed from office. So I believe that they may actually have no choice but to use the 25th Amendment on him. Unlike Donald Trump, they've got a real problem, and they need to deal with it as a real problem. No,
yes,
they'll declare him unfit to serve, though.
No, he's going to run again, and he'll get in this time.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think he's going to win if he runs again.
I don't know why not. Who cares about how he acts?
No, here's one thing I'm going to say right now about the Democrats. Why can't you find somebody that's younger, for Christ's sakes? I mean, look, you're voting in these old farts that clearly are losing their minds. They need to vote in, I don't care if it's Republican, Democrat, Independent, whatever. You need to vote in a president that is a younger man or woman. You need a younger president, but one that is aware of what the hell's going on.
What was that Democrat female?
It doesn't matter if it's a Democrat, Republican, male, or female.
No, who was that Democrat female from like Hawaii or something?
That was Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah, that's who we need.
That's what we needed, but we didn't get her because the Democratic National Committee, didn't want to put her in.
Right.
Why?
They didn't even want to put in fucking Mr. Old Sleepy Jewish guy. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, you're talking about Bernie Sanders.
Right, Bernie Sanders.
But Bernie Sanders is not a bad guy. He's very outspoken.
I didn't say he was a bad guy, but he's a pushover. He's the biggest pushover out of all of them.
He's an old.
Yeah, I don't like how he rudely points at everybody when he talks.
The point I'm trying to get at is
fingers sticking in your face.
They need younger candidates. I don't care about what their gender is. I don't even care if it's the transgendered person. It doesn't matter.
No.
We need a president, that is, the Constitution says to be a president, you have to be 45 years old and above, be born in this country. Fine. Okay. You ain't to tell me you can't find me a 45-year-old Democrat that was born in this country that can be president of the United States?
Okay, here's one for you. Donald Trump is still sharp as a tack. If Donald Trump comes in and straightens this country out like he had it.
Right, he had it fine.
All right, listen, Michelle. The younger candidate could be his son. His son is not stupid.
No, he's not.
So there you go. There you go.
If Trump Jr. wants to run for president, let him.
Yeah, I would vote for him because he's been trained by his dad. He runs the business. He knows the business aspect of things. He knows right from wrong. And he's strong. And he's very capable.
And he knows how to deal with big organizations.
He's a workaholic, too.
Yeah. I don't know. Is he a Gemini by any chance? Like his dad?
I don't know.
I'd go for Tulsi Gabbard, but, you know, if you guys want
I like Tulsi Gabbard. I think she's a good person. I think she has military experience. She was within the age group that I consider suitable. She's a female. She could have been a good presidential candidate.
She's a moderate.
She's a moderate. But that's just it. They didn't want a moderate. They wanted a far left progressive, and that's when the problem started.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andrew, I agree with you. Sanders is good.
Johnny, Craig, he could also have a stroke tomorrow. Yeah, I know.
Sure, anybody could. Anybody could. But
Michelle,
then,
I got a message sent to me. How many of those shirts do you own?
Whose girlfriend is Kimberly Guilfoyle? Donald Trump Jr.'s?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. How many of those shirts do you own?
All I know that Donald Jr. is, he's smart, and I'm sure him and his dad sort of think in the same way.
And he certainly has experience from working under his dad, as you said, working with major business that's got a lot of different subdivisions. And so, yeah, he has a little more experience dealing with big companies, big bureaucrats, big paperwork chains. Absolutely.
How many of those shirts do you own, Michelle?
What's that?
How many of those dresses do you own?
I own a couple of them, but this one here is just a generic old house dress I'm just wearing. It's about 20 years old. I gotta get some. I gotta get some more clothes, but that's.
What happened to that one dress that you had with the flowers on it? That I think Scottish Stacy sent you.
It's one of the two I have that's flowers on it, but unfortunately the rest of them just kind of wore out. I gotta get some more dresses like this one, so I'll have to go look on eBay and see if I can find some secondhand ones that are in good shape. Bullshit.
Michelle, I have a question. Can you have a way of contacting Ed?
Yes, I have a way of contacting Ed. Yes, I do have a way.
Okay.
Bullshit.
I'm going to give you a suggestion, and you could take it or leave it. When they sign him out of a facility, I had it with my mom, they asked her who was going to take care of you when you went home with your meds and all that kind of stuff. And she said, well, my son. Well, that's okay. That's fine and good. But he's not there all the time because she lived 90 miles away out in Sag Harbor. So they appointed somebody to go in and check on her, do her meds twice a week, make sure she was bathed.
Right.
And what my point, Michelle, is that you need to tell Ed, yes, there's somebody with me, but she's also disabled. And she cannot do all the things.
I definitely agree. I think I know what you're getting at. You're saying he probably should get a VNA or visiting nurse. I do think it would be a good idea for him if he can get that kind of support.
Yeah, well, he needs to tell him the situation.
Yeah.
They're going to ask him, is there somebody home to take care of you? And if he just says, yeah, well, they're going to think you're perfectly capable. And yes, you can to a degree, but you can't be running to the stores like you were. You were working yourself into the ground. So make sure when you talk to him that you explain that and make him understand that. Because he's got to say the right things when he's dismissed from the facility. That he's going to need help.
Yeah, they don't do home care for free. I don't know if his medical...
Okay. Now,
I don't know if his medical is going to provide that services for him.
Yes,
Medicare.
They will provide it, and he has Medicare. And if he cannot pay the 20% discount or he gets any bills, you ask for a hardship letter, and he fills it in. And just like they did with me,
I'm sure
I owe them nothing.
I'm sure that the social worker at the clinic would know that and probably would, of course, explain that up front in the request that he is a hardship case.
Yes, okay. But he has to, I mean, I had to do this on my own. I mean, I get a $60,000 bill from the hospital for a heart operation. I can't pay it. So she said, that's okay. She said, we have paperwork you can fill out, and it's not a big deal. What I make, and that's it. And I got a nice letter back from St. Francis Heart Hospital
well,
that we have taken care of your bill, and you do not owe anything. But when I get a letter in the mail from St. Francis Hospital. If I could donate to them, yes, I always donate $50 to them. And they keep that on record, believe me. They know who's supporting them. So that's just my opinion. And I said my piece. Now I'll shut up.
Yeah, they do have the Charlotte Hungerford does have programs for people who are ineligible to pay. They have type of program to finance care in certain cases.
Michelle, can you put the camera back on you?
Okay, sure thing. Another thing that's good about this is then you can see what Craig is saying, and I can see what Craig is saying.
You can't see it?
Okay. Wait a minute, I can't see what? I can see what he's saying, yeah. I'm looking at the other screen. Yes, I can see what he's saying.
Okay.
Well,
I don't know where I went.
So let me take a quick look and see how...
All I see is my truck camper.
Right now we're at 13 people.
Oh,
hey, we only get 3 likes, guys. Come on, give it some beans. Come on, give it some beans. Pump it up. Pump it up like you would like your tires. Let's pump up the likes jar. Come on, pump it up. It doesn't cost you nothing. Pump it up. Pump it up. Pump it up. Pump it up. Yeah, I got it. Also, don't forget to share the video with your friends, share the videos with your dog, share the videos with your cat, share the videos with your enemies, share the videos with the homeless guy down the street, share the videos with your mayor, share the videos with your first selectman, share the videos with your congressman. Get the videos out there, guys. Come on, how about here? Let's make this channel grow. Let's make this channel expand and explode.
Oh, my Lord. Skunk Ape, how are you doing today? I know Skunk Ape goes on Rosie's channel, too. And Michelle, you need to get into Rosie's channel and jump in the chat at night.
What's that?
I said when Rosie had a live on last night, you got to get in there and jump in.
Well, maybe I could if I was actually like, Skynet, you're getting silly now.
It was worth it, Michelle. I promise.
Well, I don't see too many likes come out of that one. The only thing is
I gave you one.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. Always share the videos with everybody.
Metal Kitty, why Rosie is because I think she has some very good views on certain things, and especially with YouTube, on how she's grown her channel and how her chats are basically interference-free. She doesn't put up with any trolls or anything like that. Her mods immediately expel them. And I think it's just interesting, that's all.
Right, she's got a lot more subscribers than I do.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And her subscribers helps her finance those trips that she goes on by watching the videos and sharing them with their friends and their families.
Yeah, on her channel, she doesn't ask for anything. She just asks for thumbs up. And any gratuities that she gets are sent freely from the people who want to send them. She doesn't ask for them. But I think you would learn a lot from her channel.
As far as what you're saying about the fact that Rosie's transgender, guys, okay, she's transgender, so's Jennifer J. You know.
So what?
And we all respect Jennifer J here. We all like Jennifer J. You know.
She's a good person. She's a heartful, caring, good person. And she donates to many channels. And I just think you would probably get, the way her channel is run, if you could sort of get some pointers. And she does talk about how to get a channel going in the proper direction. Yeah, has she made mistakes? Yes, and she's admitted it. But she's not making those mistakes anymore. I thought you'd like it. And
we all make mistakes though, Craig. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, of course, but she admits it, she knows it, and she'll own up to any mistake she makes. But I think you would gather information on your own channel on different things that she talks about. And sometimes she does talk about building channels and how she went about it and the mistakes she made. That's the only reason. And this way she'll get to know your name as a regular subscriber and get in there and get in the conversation, join, and it's a very laid back.
Skynet, knock it off or I'm going to turn you off.
What are you doing, Skynet? Are you in trouble again?
What did I do, Michelle?
Making noises when he's trying to talk. That's rude.
I was drinking soda, and it gives me carbonation, and it gives me a little bit of gas. I'm sorry. You burp?
Yeah, I burp.
Have you never burped on the show, Michelle?
I never said I didn't.
Well, don't throw stones in a glass house, Michelle.
Mute your microphone when you burp.
All right, I'm sorry, Michelle.
This is very distracting.
All right.
Okay. I wouldn't worry about that so much.
Thanks, Craig.
So.
Yeah, see now, Michelle, are you reading Andrew's comment? It's fair enough.
I haven't had a
I will
chance
be
to.
honest, I was shocked when I first saw her, but she has a lot of knowledge about stuff. And she is. Let me tell you something. I've been watching her right through the pandemic, and she was right on point. She told people when to stock up months and months ahead of time. You got to remember, her job was over in Taiwan, China, Japan, and she was into the stock market and worked for companies.
Okay.
She's very smart. She's, I would say, a 50% prepper, have things on hand, and she has good information. Now, we all know this second strain that's coming through is going to hit hard eventually all over the place.
Second strain? You know what?
Right now.
The Delta variant is the fourth strain.
Well, whatever it is. But Florida is in deep caca right now. Florida's got a big problem on their hands right now. They have doctors walking out of the hospitals because their governor said, you don't have to wear masks. Go out into the bars, go out and party, and look what happened. So Rosie had forecasted this 6 weeks ago. She said it's the wrong thing he's telling people to do. Wearing a mask, you just have to use your common sense. That's all. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
I wear mine when I go into stores.
Let's take a look at Craig. Let's take a look at two situations here, completely different countries. Let's take a look at the UK and let's take a look at the US. The UK has got less cases of COVID now. It's true that many of them are now vaccinated, but they are seeing less and less cases, whereas the United States are seeing more and more cases. What the hell's going on here? Why is it the UK is seeing less and less and the US is seeing more and more?
Because the UK is totally locked down, that's why. I know, I don't know whether anybody watches.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm sorry, but we have members here from the UK, and they are not in lockdown right now. In fact, they basically dropped all the restrictions.
Well, that must have been just recently then.
Yes, it was just recently that they actually lifted the restrictions in the UK in August.
Okay, so they were up until this point. Harvey De Niro has a channel, and he told me, and I've talked to him in person, that he was not allowed
I
to
was
drive
warning everybody
his car.
too, but the problem is no one ever believes a word I say.
No, we believe what you say, Michelle. Don't say that. Of course we believe a word, things you say. Of course.
Hold
It's
on a minute. I gotta take
disrespectful.
care of an annoyance.
No, but it's an opinion, Michelle. Everybody has
I know.
opinions.
I just took care of an annoyance with the chicken clucking. All right. The thing is I'm just trying to say is that people like eco-economists, me, FC, Canadian Prepper Princess, all have said the same thing, that things are going wrong, and we've been telling you how to prepare. And the problem is the minute I say that, I get a yellow dollar sign. So obviously, the problem is yes, I need to stay my peace, but I don't need to get yellow dollar signs, or worse, have YouTube yank my channel and turn it into a greasy spot in front of the sidewalk in their home city there. What is that? Van Buren? No, that's not it. San Bruno. I think it's just absolutely frightening that the fact is that there's so much misinformation right now being spread, and I don't care which network you go to, but now we're starting to see what's separating the truth from the fiction. Okay, and I know that people don't realize that soon there will be the epsilon variant, and then after that will be whatever comes after epsilon. But whatever, it starts with the letter F. I think the word fucked comes to mind. The truth of the matter is the situation is out of control. We got a president who doesn't know what damn thing he's doing. He's doing things that makes Jimmy Carter look like a saint. Jimmy Carter was a smart guy, mind you. In 1976, he tried to get the Iranian hostages out. He failed miserably. He got everybody out of Saigon. That was a mistake in the way that he did it, similar to what happened in Afghanistan. But Afghanistan was even less organized than it was in 1976 when we evacuated Saigon. I think we need somebody to seriously take the damn wheel, the helm, and seriously fix the problem the right way with proper management. Who volunteers for this mission? Who volunteers to fix the mess that was made by some half-a-week person at the helm? I would like to know, what are we going to do to even begin to get the USS United States before it hits the equivalent of a goddamn iceberg? That's exactly what's going to happen. This country is going to go up in flames if they don't do something. Racism is going off the charts. Critical race theory is going off the charts. People are beginning to hate each other. Our government is spending money like there's no tomorrow. It's not solving the problem. There's more division in this country than there was in 1962. What the hell?
Yes, exactly. I have to, Michelle, I have to answer a question from Metal Kitty 33. Number one, I'm not plugging Rosie's channel. Michelle and I had a discussion privately about her channel and to watch and gain knowledge. That's all. I don't care who watches Rosie's channel, and I'm not plugging it. Am I correct, Michelle? Read Metal Kitty. Why are you plugging another channel on Michelle's channel? I'm just trying to help her gain information so that she can build her channel as well. I don't need to plug Rosie's channel, believe me. And if I did, I wouldn't be plugging it on.
He's promoting a channel that he believes in, okay? Just as I promote channels I believe in, like BigClive.com, Shango066, EE Vlog. Yes, they're all technical channels. What about Eco-Economists? What about Technology Connections? What about Prepper Princess, Canadian Prepper. I support those channels. Okay? So there's nothing wrong with him talking about Rosie O'Kelly. I think maybe I should try to watch her a little bit more.
And he knows what I'm talking about. She's a very smart person. That's all.
Yeah.
I just did it for knowledge. Basically it.
Yeah. And like I said, the point is like we need somebody at the helm of this ship that can keep us safe from crashing into an iceberg and turning the United States into another Titanic. And that's exactly what's happening. Let's put it this way. The band is playing. The ship has got a major rupture in the hull, financially. It's leaking water into the engine room. And yet the band is still playing on while people are trying to struggle to get to the lifeboats. That's pretty much what's happening in the American economy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And where's the Coast Guard? Where's the equivalent of the Coast Guard? And, well, guess what? There isn't any.
Well, Michelle, I'm not going to talk about Rosie Channel anymore. And the reason, Metal Kitty, I was mentioning it to Michelle again because I would like her to go in the channel and get to be known. That's all. It will not be brought up again.
So, you can't say...
What do you have to say about that, Skynet?
And I mean, I'm sorry, YouTube, if this topic makes you feel uncomfortable, but the truth is, you cannot keep sweeping this under the rug, YouTube, and keep saying that this is not a problem. Fine, you give me a yellow $sign, I will appeal it. I will appeal it because the fact of the matter is, I'm bringing up a very important topic. We're trying to be honest with the American people. You depend on our advertising revenue, and we know that. We know that you've been taking away the green $sign so you can make the extra pocket money for yourself. I'm not stupid. I know what you're doing, YouTube. But the truth of the matter is, as a channel that is part of your paid channels list under AdSense, I just gotta bring up a point that is really important. This country does not have a future if we can't get an administration that can seriously deal with the problems that have been bothering me since long before Donald Trump even was president. These problems go back decades, if not further than that are not being resolved. They're being ignored. I can think of so many examples. Take, for example, the fact that the homeless population is exploding. What are you going to do about that? How are you going to fix that, American government? You know, now, once your eviction moratorium ends, who's going to actually be able to help all those more millions of people that for no fault of their own? If it is their fault, that's their fault, but that's different, okay? I'm talking about the people that really tried so hard to pay their rent. Who's going to help them to keep them from ending up in the street? When the American government did put money aside for eviction protection or, eviction assistance for rental, and then the states, through a bureaucratic rigmarole, have basically resulted in people not being able to get the help in a timely manner. That's sad, man. That's not even funny. Those people, those who applied, are waiting in line for an application because the states are overwhelmed with applications. You're gonna.
Where did Skynet go? Michelle, where did Skynet go?
Yeah, I temporarily knocked him off because it was chicken sound.
Well, maybe that was not him.
I'll put it back in, but he better keep his clucks to himself.
His clucks?
Yes,
Skunk Ape, I got it. I'm on your side. But I'm not going to mention it anymore.
Well, what I said is the sad, inconvenient truth that Discord, I'm saying that YouTube doesn't want people to hear about. Did you ever notice, Craig, how much this the situation in this country is deteriorating?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It boils my blood. Well, let me ask you a question. If you were getting $600 or $700 or $800 a week to stay home,
all right,
would you
there
go
you
back
go.
to work?
Michelle.
Knock it off with the sound effects.
Those aren't sound effects. I'm actually working on a farm today. You hear my chickens? 300 chickens.
Mute your microphone if you're not going to talk.
What? What'd you say? I can't hear you over all the chickens, Michelle.
I have chickens on my property also, but they're all the way in the back.
Yeah, up in New York, surprisingly, we do have a lot of chickens. I thought it was just going to be, a giant city, but when I moved here, I found out there's actually a lot of farmland.
Oh yeah, well, I have quite a few chickens. I took it up as a hobby.
Oh, really? What kind of chickens you got?
To be honest with you, I don't know. All I know is they lay eggs. I bought a prefab made chicken coop, and I got a what do you call those lights in the wintertime, ultraviolet lights that back years ago they used to use heat lamps, and it goes on a timer at a certain temperature. It'll go on to keep the interior of the pen warm.
Got to keep those chickens nice and warm.
Yeah, I get like 5-6 eggs a day.
This chicken right here, his name is Lucky.
Yeah.
You hear him? He's making a little coo
I give most of them away because I get too many. I can't eat eggs. I get tired of eggs all the time.
Well,
but
if you got extra chickens,
whatever kind of chickens I have, whatever kind of chickens I have, they're all brown eggs, and I got double yolkers. Like 1 out of 12 will be a double yolker, which is great.
Yeah, we got.
No, Carlos, I have not seen that.
What was that, Michelle?
I was trying to read a comment from Carlos.
Michelle, you ever own chickens or raise them?
No.
No? They're pretty nice creatures. Usually a little
thank you, Andrew. Andrew says, Michelle, your views go up when you have this support.
All right, now.
In other words, we're not trying to pick your part.
We only got 10 people watching right now, guys.
Well, it's all right because a lot of people, like I said, can't come on in the morning. They gotta watch the night show. They gotta watch it, when they wake up or whatever. But I'm sorry about the chicken. Like I said, I'm just working on a farm today, and there's at least.
Skynet, go to a different place where I can hear you over the clucking.
Okay, hold on. I'm walking away.
Metal Kitty 33. I hope we're friends. I don't have any enemies on YouTube.
Wow, see, Andrew actually wants the phones back. I never thought I would see the day when Andrew wanted to see the phone calls come around. But I guess he never really was a negative supporter of phone calls. He was just more of a, something else. I don't know what it was, but yeah, phone calls, Michelle. Evening phone calls.
I already told you that we were going to do...
Thank you, Metal Kitty. I appreciate that.
I already said we were going to do a night show on Saturday on Discord. Okay.
All right.
Why does it have to be on Discord, though?
It's 1 day a week. That's really hard to, get us back on track with with people coming around, new people being introduced. It was a lot easier when it was, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I guess. Remember when you did 3 days a week?
I used to do 5, 6 days a week, but it was getting to be too much and it was causing me too much anxiety.
But you did get more
so
views.
Don't do as many. Don't do as many. Only 3 days a week.
Yeah, 3.
Well, right now the thing is I'm not going to be doing all those shows on Discord all those days a week right now. I couldn't even get more than 3 people on Saturday, but there was so much worried about the hurricane anyway.
Yeah, but at the same point, I'm not talking about Discord. Do the regular channel that you had. Remember you were doing them when I first met you?
What's that?
Michelle, I think we're talking about your regular channel where you had the phone number that you could call in. And I know a lot of them were idiots, but at the same point, it added a little pizzazz to the show. And some of them weren't idiots. And the ones that are idiots, just block them.
First of all, before, when people were getting racist and talking about things like that, YouTube was getting extremely angry about it. Okay?
Yeah,
I'm really angry. Even this show got a yellow $sign already, so I basically had to appeal it right now, even though we're still alive. But you know what the point is?
Yeah, I get it.
That's one thing that YouTube has got to stop doing. Stop trying to pigeonhole my channel into some channel of never to be seen. Because I haven't done anything wrong, YouTube. I've always been my best.
Right. And just so you know, YouTube and Michelle, none of us want your channel to disappear off the face of the earth. We all want to have a Monday or Friday or Wednesday show where we can come, have some fun.
Right now, I said we can do a show on Discord, and that's where it's at night.
Right.
Okay?
That's it for now.
Take it or leave it, because that's the only choice.
That's the only choice, guys.
A lot of you are on Discord at night, so there should be no problem. I mean, I don't know what your schedules are.
Skunk Ape has a good idea, Michelle. Look, he said you should do the night show, and we'll have farm animals call in.
Oh, yeah. Maybe like where we do like a Guess That Animal show, Michelle?
And Andrew said you will have support from all of us. So there you go.
What do you think of that, Michelle?
What's that? I'm reading the check right now.
What does the chat say, Michelle?
Very true, Craig. Craig said, where's Craig? Oh, he was talking about the light show. Carla said, you ain't got plans. Whatever, so just scroll off the screen here. You ain't planning on those chickens. No, I don't think so.
I can go back over to the chickens if you guys want.
That makes me so happy. Thank you so much.
I'm not going to use that. I'm not going to use. I'm not going to say that word on here. Sorry.
What word?
We always have fun.
But I'm just trying to say is.
You know who.
That I'm so tired of what Susan Wojcicki is doing to YouTube, and I'm so sick and tired that what's supposed to be a Section 230 based platform, and she's turning it into something that in the YouTube was never meant to be. It was originally called what YouTube was expressing itself. Now it's become go fuck yourself, and you know it.
Whoa, Michelle.
I mean, I'm sorry, YouTube, but you know what? I have to be honest here. You guys are supposed to be under Section 230. You're supposed to be impartial. Yet, you're turning the platform into something it's never meant to be. over-regulated, over-censored, because now you're worried about advertisers. What's wrong with letting us just express our opinions as long as we do it in a way that's respectful?
Michelle, can I just voice my opinion on an answer to that?
Yeah.
Do you remember when you were in school and one person did something wrong and the whole class had to stay after school? It's the same thing with YouTube. One person gets a bad name on it, and then they have to sort of like keep everybody else in line. And a lot of things that are on YouTube are totally disgusting and don't belong there. Period. So it's not YouTube against Michelle or YouTube against Paul. It's not YouTube against anybody. But it was getting way out of hand. Some of these, open panels at night really get crazy. People saying they're gonna.
Yeah, but don't forget though, in order to be under Section 230, it's supposed to be an open platform. The problem is YouTube, of course, has got to deal with countries where they don't have free speech, and because it goes all across the world. Maybe YouTube should subdivide itself into several different versions. One for the countries that are very restrictive in speech, and one version that is open to all speech.
Yep.
It's gotten to be too big, and they're trying to satisfy everybody. So then nobody gets satisfied. We should be supporting each other, Andrew, you're right. But unfortunately, there's always going to be a few small channels that don't want to support anybody. Unfortunately. And that's what sucks. Remember the situation with the big channels that got us in a lot of trouble? Logan Paul and the suicide forest in Japan, anyone? Now, he got a slap on the wrist for that. He didn't even get punished, really. He should have been a greasy stain on their sidewalk, but they won't do that because he has a lot of views. Same with PewDiePie. They have huge numbers of subscribers, so YouTube will do everything they can to keep these guys happy, but the small guy that just happens to say something about a certain protected minority, maybe even in defense of that protected minority, turns into a greasy spot on their sidewalk.
Wow. Sorry.
Because their robots can't tell the difference if this person's talking positive or negative.
Exactly. So anyway,
you're right. YouTube won't like this because unfortunately, I'm really getting a little bit fed up with the whole business of being censoring people who are trying to express themselves in a polite way.
Yeah, well, Michelle, you know what's right and what's wrong, and everybody in this channel right now knows what's right and what's wrong. And those are the people that you want to keep. If you get some jerk off or something in here, and all channels get them, you just block them. You're done with them. They're banned.
Good girl.
They're finished. Are you petting the chicken, Skynet?
No, I'm petting my doggy right now.
Oh, good.
And the thing is, I really wish Susan Wojcicki would actually take the time to I would like to interview Susan Wojcicki personally, one-on-one on this channel. I mean, I know she's busy, but I really would like to ask her, what's his name? Oh my God, the big guy there. Neil Stat talked to her. Why can't I talk to her? I would like to ask her some questions now. Okay? And the first question is, why are you doing this to YouTube?
Yeah, why are they?
I can't tell you. I haven't been able to ask Susan Wojcicki that exact question.
Do they think this is funny?
Do they think this is... I don't know. I have no idea. I just noticed that she's destroying YouTube's platform. I mean, she's not making this platform any better for anybody else.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Your platform or hers?
Get back! Get back!
Michelle, what platform are you talking about? Yours?
No.
Or the other person?
No. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Skynet! Come on.
He's got to go. He's got to go take care of his dog.
Hold on, Michelle.
Skunk Ape says, "Have you ever seen a 7-inch belly button?" No.
I can't unmute yours.
But it wouldn't surprise me if I did before the day I take a dirt nap.
Go home.
I can't unmute you anymore. They used to be able to mute you. I can't mute you anymore.
Go home. No. Sorry, there's a bunch of weird upstairs right now.
Right, Metal Kitty. It's all about laughing. Everybody's got their own problems, and
people have already have a petition up on change.org to fire Susan Washicki. Okay. But I mean, they got millions and millions and millions of signatures. Why did Google not? Because it's not something they're gonna do. Because she brings something YouTube to Google that they like, money, which is good. I understand that. It's expensive. YouTube costs a lot of money to run. There's no doubt in my mind. The YouTube needs the advertising revenue to keep these networks working. No problem there. I get it. But since 2016, YouTube has suffered under the worst policies I have ever seen.
Woo! I know it.
Well, Michelle, like Metal Kitty says, people go in, they want to laugh, they want to have a good time, and that's all it's about. And I agree with that 100%. You can have some serious talk, but at the same point, we have to give a laugh once in a while too. There's nothing like getting on a channel and have a good belly laugh every once in a while.
I try to find a balance between the two. I try. Yeah. I do my best. I mean, YouTube, as I said, is my employer. YouTube signs the checks. Okay, I try really hard to try to find a balance. I don't know how far I'm allowed to go. I mean, I know what the community guidelines say. I know what the terms of service say.
Let's just not do murder. Let's not support doxing. Let's not support medical advice and nudity. I mean, and then we're all right?
You also are not allowed to cover controversial topics either.
Are you allowed to talk to animals? Michelle?
No. I said you cannot talk about controversial topics either.
I said, can you talk to animals?
Can I talk to animals? Not really.
Yeah.
I have to get to know the animal first before I can understand what they're saying.
Well, say hi to my boy
you
Jackson.
Talk to Rusty.
Michelle, say hi to Jackson real quick, okay?
Jackson? Which one's Jackson?
Say hi to Jackson.
Michelle and Skynet, Andrew Carlos.
She's saying hi.
Metal Kitty. I gotta get there.
I'm getting a headache.
I have some things I have to do for the missus.
I'm seriously getting a headache right now. Okay.
I put him away. I put him away, Michelle. He was just saying hi.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to go off for now. And I bid everybody a happy day.
Yeah,
we love you, Craig. We love you.
And we'll talk soon.
I gotta get ready. I gotta get ready to take care of things too. No, I'm not going to the soup.
You need to go to the soup kitchen.
No, I'm not going to the soup kitchen today.
Why?
Oh, okay.
Because I don't feel like it. That's why.
Oh. What are you gonna do? You gonna play some video games?
I might. Let's maybe later on tonight when the temperature drops back down, because it's gonna be high of 32. Don't forget, tomorrow I got my hair appointment scheduled for 1 o'clock. It's just not gonna affect any of the live shows. But I'm afraid that sooner or later YouTube is gonna make me a greasy part of their sidewalk. You know that. Who knows? Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I think you've had a great couple weeks. You know, we've had a lot of changes. A lot of people are evolving. Everybody seems to be getting along. Yeah, I think Andrew's right. Everybody just needs to take it easy and, love each other for all loving Michelle or whatever. You know, just have fun with Michelle and don't hold anything she does against her. I mean, you can, but...
I got food here, guys. I have food here. This morning I had multigrain Cheerios for breakfast.
Really? Multigrain Cheerios?
Yeah.
Do you ever mix in fruit or nuts?
I have some walnuts that are unopened in a package.
So I take that as a no, you don't.
I don't usually eat a lot of nuts, but, you know...
it's good for you. A lot of protein there. I mean,
yeah, I know.
Protein,
but you know what? Here's a secret. If you get too much protein, your body can also use it against you.
How so?
I don't know where Burger Boy is. He's not blocked or banned. I don't know why he didn't come here today. Maybe he's at work.
Look, everybody just needs their own little bit of time to marinate. And I'm sure everybody will be back, once we start doing some night shows again. And
next night show is going to be Discord Saturday night.
Right.
And then Sunday night will be the AM 1610 Silvermoon Radio. Okay? So don't forget, and Paul said he would do host the phone calls.
A lot of people aren't ready for the Discord yet, but if we can get some sort of intermediary... I mean, would you consider maybe doing it with like Noodles 1980 if he wanted to? Because I don't really have a channel.
I already said that my stream is gonna be covered by Paul on his channel.
Right.
I'm doing it on Discord, but then he's gonna take it from the Discord and he's gonna also handle the phone calls.
Right. It's just he's not here saying that he's gonna do that. You know, we gotta make sure he's.
He and I already talked about it.
Okay, all right, fine. You know best. You know what I don't know. All right, Michelle. Well, hey, I want to say goodbye, but my boy Jackson wants to say goodbye. Will you say goodbye to my sweet dog? Say goodbye.
All right. Talk to you later.
Say goodbye to the snow queen.
All right, thank
Who's
you.
a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Oh my God. All right, so yes, originally Paul and I had planned to do this, but here's something that I noticed, and I'm not going to lie about this. The live streams, lately I've been getting a lot of yellow dollar signs. However, the videos don't get yellow dollar signs normally. Anything else that seemed to do pretty good overall. Okay, and that dog sounded like a Doberman, by the way. I think that we're going to have to really find a way to find a balance between everything. I mean, I got my own views, and like I said, if I upload videos, I don't have a problem getting green dollar signs. We used to have no problem getting green dollar signs on the live streams in the morning. But sometimes the live streams don't cover enough, and then they end up basically, end up just like an hour and a half of basically, how are you doing, talking about the weather, and sometimes you don't have enough stuff to cover. When I really want to cover, I can't cover on YouTube on a regular basis, which makes me feel really, really frustrated because the majority of my audience is here. It's not on the Discord, despite the fact that I'm trying to get the Discord up. I'm trying to get the Patreon up. Most of my subscribers are here. I want to see a record collection. Please do. I don't know how I'm going to be able to show you my record collection, considering it's a whole wall of them, but and maybe I could do something. That's where AM 1610 comes in. As I explained this to you before, Silvermoon Radio is where you can listen to my record collection, not just look at, but listen to my record collection. So on AM 1610, you can listen to the record collection. And some of the records are pretty unusual. Got to go, hubby. Just got home. Okay. Little kitty. So, AM 1610 Silvermoon Radio is on Sundays. Originally it was on Saturdays, and then it ended up being changed to Sundays. And then, if you listen to the station identification, it says see you next Saturday. I gotta change it to Sunday. I gotta re-record that, improve on it, work on it. So everybody, the point I'm trying to say is I want you guys to share these videos with everybody. I may not always have a lot to say, but when I do have something to say, I really would like people to be able to hear it. Oh, yes. If you want me to get on the Rumble, I'm going to be honest with you. Rumble is $10. I think it's like 10 to $15 a month to stream on Rumble. Okay? So, that's fine. If I can guarantee I'm going to get the kind of revenue to make it worth going to Rumble. Or maybe even OnlyFans, or for example, either one. I have to really seriously look at how much all this is going to cost me. I listen to people all the time. Andrew. Well, obviously, if I'm not listening, we're not having much of a conversation, are we? So obviously, we're having conversations, so I'm listening to people. Alright, guys. Either way, do me a favor. Share these videos with your friends, family. Like, share. Please do check out the Patreon page. It really would help. Because we really would love to have you on the Patreon page, too. And let's see if we can get more people to share the good videos out. And let them know that I'm not just a talking head sitting on a desk. I do have an opinion, and I do want to express my opinion. And that's why sometimes I have to get out there and risk YouTube's ire, but I try not to do it too much. Sorry, I don't have a Ouija board anymore, so that's not going to happen. Alright, guys. See you tomorrow. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.